Hi guys, listen, never ever take for granted the value you add into the company you're working for through your job. I'm going to repeat that. Never ever take for granted the value you add into the company you're working for through your job. I'm saying this because there are people who don't feel like their roles are adding as much and quality value into the organization, especially roles which are very low level, roles like receptionist, driver. These are the people who are mostly neglected by the company, but their role is very crucial because they interact with clients almost every day. They interact with people almost every day through the company. Think about a receptionist, for example. This is someone who is the face of the company. This is someone who, when you walk into the company, when you walk through the doors of an organization, this is the first person you see. How they greet you, the information they give you about the organization, the direction they give you about the organization, the kind of care they give you, that actually shows you the culture of the organization. So these are the people that are carrying the culture of the organization, and they live it and they portray it. So it's important to remember that whatever role that you play within the company, it adds so much value. And I find that people don't feel recognized, and people almost don't put enough efforts because they feel like their efforts are not recognized. So two things that I want to remind you. If you want to get recognition at work, first, of course, do what you're paid to do, okay? But number two, ensure that you add a bit more efforts into what you're paid to do, into your job. What do I mean by this? I mean be proactive. If there's a department within the organization that's just necessarily not your department, but this department is doing something exciting, something you would like to learn about, show interest. If your job requires you to do something that is outside of your qualification, ask your managers for the upskill. Ask them, I would like to do this. However, I don't have the skill for it. I would therefore like you to give me some funds or resources so that I can upskill myself. What it does is that it shows, okay, this person wants to do more, but they don't have enough resources for them to actually do what they're supposed to do. So you can be proactive. Yes, I understand. You might not be able to be proactive. You don't have resources, but you ask, you find out what resources you need. You find out what skills and talents you need. I spoke about this in my previous video, and then you'll be assisted. So any role that you play within the company, any member of the company, any employee, everyone adds value within the company. It is very important. Otherwise, you wouldn't exist. Otherwise, your role would not exist. As an organizational strategist myself, I know for sure, for a fact, that each and every role that is in the company, that is budgeted for, that is paid for, it is important. It adds effective value into the company. It adds quality and uphold the effective performance of the organization. So don't take your role for granted. If you're not happy with it, speak to your manager, speak to your supervisor, and tell them you would like to do more, you would like to be upskilled. Because when you do that, people are scared to be fired. This is something I'm going to talk about in my next video, about why people are scared to be fired. You can't just get fired just like that, okay? But remember, the role you play, the value you add within the company, okay? So I will see you in my next video.